Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's my Coronaversary. It's also an anniversary for when I went to Japan 11 years ago. And that's fun. I had the happiest time in my life versus the worst time in my life, and they're at the same week. Nice. The coronavirus was so weird. I've talked in full about what it was like having it, and I'm not going to do that here. But I do want to say how weird it is to live in a time where within the breadth of a year, we had people arguing that teachers don't make enough money. And then a year later be like, oh, these people need to work and risk their lives because oh, these essential workers, they don't get paid enough money and maybe they should get more money after this. Oh, a few months later, no more hazard pay. A few months later, yeah, we're just not going to wear masks even though there's still a county-wide mandate because your governor decided, hey, I'm saying we're ending masks even though it's not for a week from now and it's still not safe. Awesome. Dude, the 3 months after having the coronavirus were awesome because I was just walking around the mall with a mask, not really caring, worrying, because I thought I was immune. That was awesome. "11 years ago, I went to Japan with some great friends. Then 2 years ago, in 2018, oh God, 3 years ago, I went to Japan with a friend, and that was awesome. And I'd like to show some video of that. One of the reasons I didn't go to Japan in 2020 before the pandemic was because, well, they were supposed to have an Olympics that year, so I was going to do it in 2021. In fact, my dad even offered me a brand new free trip offer, and yeah, I can't even go because the borders are closed. That's awesome. Here's some more footage of Japan. One of the things that sucked the most about 2020 was that there were a lot of events that were canceled. I'm actually thinking about going to an anime convention in July, which is also a gaming convention. That being said, I love you, Juno. That being said, I feel a little hypocritical because we attacked Vic Mignogna over going to the garage. Living with cats is kind of like living in a haunted house. Vic Mignogna was going to these basement conventions making money. Then Monica Rial in March went to a convention before everyone was allowed to get vaccinated, citing that rates were down and vaccinations were happening, and that's why it was safer. And it's at a certain point you have to realize that They need you more than you need them, you know? But anime conventions are fun. I unfortunately swore off anime conventions after 2019. I'm 36 years old, so I can't keep going to those, right? Uh, Dude, once I can go to Japan again, it's going to be so sick if I ever can. During this pandemic, I've gone through many different phases. There was the get healthy phase. Of course, I started out in the oh my god, I'm going to die phase. The therapy phase, the health phase is what I'm in right now. But throughout it, it was the hey, let's save as much money as I can because I can't go anywhere phase. Because of that, I've had a level of savings I've never known in my life. And that's pretty awesome. I think in July I'm going to go to that convention. It's video game based as well, and it's been too long since I've swam in the waters with mermaids. Okay, I wasn't in the waters that time, but yeah. Maybe I should cosplay. If I did, maybe Sailor Jupiter? No, that's ridiculous. Okay. Or is it ridiculous? So here are some things that I miss about the pre-pandemic times. I love going into a Raising Cane's, seeing their awesome beauty of dorky stuff. Okay, so this cat's going down. I loved going to meet family members without the fear of 6 of my family getting the coronavirus. The furthest I've been out is like a couple hours outside of town. Okay, you really don't want to up. Like, I've only seen my dad twice since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. That being said, I'm a lot closer to him than I was before it. So I want to make a video about this, but I can't find a reason to talk about it that's compatible with my channel, because lately I've been doing videos more like this, and that would contradict with videos like this. But it's kind of cool. Dude, Black Widow, when is that coming out? Like June or never? Kong versus Zilla, that's a thing I'm excited to watch. The Suicide Squad, oh man, that looked so amazing. When I caught the coronavirus, it was during a time when I was in a leadership role at my job, and my job was to keep people separate, 6 feet apart, of course. The people that I had to keep apart did not want to be kept 6 feet apart and even said, we're not worried. Then within 2 weeks, I got the coronavirus, of course. If I hadn't been able to stay home for 2 weeks paid, and I hadn't had access to free testing, I probably would have gone to 2 events and gotten a lot of people sick, including some friends from Louisiana, which Would have been kind of ironic considering where we were at the beginning of the pandemic. Also, there was Easter, and I made a video about Easter that I shared with some Facebook people, and maybe I should make that live in anniversary of the coronavirus. I did enjoy cuddling with my cats, though, and then finding out that there was a chance that they could catch the coronavirus from me. Where are we on that? Is that still a thing? I have anxiety and depression now. Taking medicine for that. Had to step down from my leadership role because part of me just broke after having the sickness. A few months back, I was still having problems breathing. That's awesome. I'm mostly better now. I'm like, I want to say 100%, but I'm not 100% sure. So I want to make a video about these two eventually. And that'll be cool. I hope you enjoyed this rambly video as I recant how 11 years ago I went to Japan. Like 3 years ago I went to Japan. And a year ago I was sick in a bed with cats. Also, April 1st, anniversary of my former channel. Well, the old name I had back then was Netsinchi Productions. I have a lot of videos that I was really proud of before I abandoned that YouTube channel, which is there. You can go see it there if you want. I abandoned that channel because my nephew found it, and I wasn't okay with that. I put the Sailor Moon Genesis arcade game on here. Arcade is what I call beat 'em ups, because I couldn't think of the word beat 'em up. Seriously though, pretty cool. It's missing that big game though. There's no Street Fighter. There's no Pac-Man. Has some good title games though. Some Disney games too. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this rambling video. There will be another video this week.